Brian Baldinger here in the Honda Insider Report. Mike Zimmer, who's always honest, that's one of the many reasons why he's so terrific. On a conference call today with the Vikings paying a visit to Cordero Patterson, former Viking, quote, "Quite honestly, they're using him way better than we did," is what he said.
Well, I mean, we were never really very surprised by what the Patriots do. But, I mean, they have all these injuries at running back, and they need a running back. And Sony Michel is on the shelf for a little while. Well, Cordero Patterson is 6'2", 230 pounds, a number one draft pick with return ability, all that stuff that we saw. And they said, well, let's make him a tailback. And he was really good at it and still is good at it. So they just constantly find things that players can do, and then they kind of test it. They put him in the laboratory, and they try it out during practice, and then they go with it. And it's a great fit. And he's been a real addition to that team in their commitment to the run game.
Brian Baldinger here on the Honda Insider Report. I loved your particular Baldy breakdown on Quenton Nelson a couple weeks ago when he just absolutely – was that against the Jaguars? Was that what that was?
Well, it's every week, Rich.
The lineman from the Colts.
The argument, Rich, going back to, they're at the draft in Dallas, and can you take a guard at number 6? He's the best player in that draft. And I think there's Saquon, there's all these great rookies. It's a great class. But this Quenton Nelson has changed the entire culture in Indianapolis. They went 6 weeks without giving up a sack to Andrew Luck. They're a hot team. They've won 5 in a row. They'll take anybody on. They go down to Houston this week. It's a great matchup against a good defensive line. But this guy's attitude, first of all, he's great at what he does. He's just an earth mover. He's just a John Deere tractor in a football uniform. But then he runs around the field like he's got a third lung. And he's there at the end of every play to pick up his running back, protect his quarterback, go grab his receiver off the field. He's just changed. He's made Anthony Costanzo and Ryan Kelly better at center and at left tackle right now.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.